Gypsy Souls. We've been away for a little while. We do try and do a vlog every 2 to 3 weeks, don't we?
Yeah.
But as you know, time is ticking away. If you have just joined us, you've just found our channel. This is about 2 people, me and him.
Yeah, and her.
We decided we'd had enough of the 9 to 5, didn't we?
We did,
We lived in Bristol, worked all the time, flat out. I would say never had any fun. We had lots of fun, didn't we?
Okay.
But sometimes, you know, things happen in life and it makes you realise, you know, we've got little time here and we might be doing, you know, it's better to do something you enjoy, isn't it?
Yeah, so we tried different ways of making our life better.
Yeah, we had a few medical issues and some very personal issues and 3 deaths since we've known each other, since 2011. And it really makes you think about what is important and what isn't. So here we are, this is what we've achieved. We'd like to share it with you. So we bought a house out in Wales, we renovated it. Well, Mark did most of the work.
Yeah, I certainly did.
We're mortgage free, which is an absolute bonus. And if you look back onto our last vlogs, you will see that we don't rent it out. We've chosen not to take that option, but it's our holiday cottage. Yes. For when we go back.
In the wet and windy Wells.
Yes, but it's so beautiful up there. The pace of life is great. The village is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we then decided, having gone through the cost of how much it is to fill our LPG gas up in the back garden, that I had this mad idea on our honeymoon, believe it or not, to work half of the year, or a little bit more than half of the year.
Well, about 8 months of the year.
And then have 4 months off. Sounds great, doesn't it? And we actually did it, didn't we? Within a few months, we'd sorted it all out. And it's tough. It's not really easy. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of saving. We're still not quite there. There are things that we could probably budget a little bit better.
Yeah.
We need a what's it called?
Contingency
fund when things go wrong, like car tyres.
Yes.
A bloody car, honestly. I hate cars. They're always going wrong. Luckily, Mark fixes it, but my goodness, if you couldn't fix it, it would have cost us at least £2,000 to fix with everything that needed doing. So thank goodness, ladies, if you're looking for a man, you're not having him, but always get one that's good with their hands because it will save you a lot of money, won't it? You haven't got your cider.
I haven't got my cider.
You haven't got your cider. Yes. Anyway, carrying on. So if you're joining us, then we have become caravan and campsite wardens. Why do we do that? Because it's cheap. No, not the only reason. We actually love interacting with customers. We get on really well with other people and lots of people. Summer has now just knocked the camera because she's getting agitated because she wants to go for her walk.
So there we go. Thank you, Summer.
Can we see Summer?
We can't.
No, she's over there. She's being a nuisance.
She's got on the chair.
Anyway. Enough of that. Summer is here, by the way. Somebody wanted to see more of Summer, but unfortunately she's being a nuisance. So there seems to be a lot of people wanting to do this lifestyle now. And there's quite a few jobs, not many, and there's some that aren't quite brilliant. If you are coming into this field of caravan and campsite wardens, be very, very careful about your pay, your hours. Now, looking at other jobs and hearing from other people, we've realised how lucky we are here.
Certainly are. It's
a tough job. It has got a leisure part, which isn't really what we wanted to do, but we actually don't mind it. We don't work in there, do you?
No, I'm more maintenance.
He does maintenance and I go down and help out. At the end of the day, you can't have it all. It's either less hours and you don't do it, or you go and help in the leisure park and boost up your hours. So that's what we choose to do, isn't it?
We do.
And you go and paint the facilities, don't you? Which he does anyway, so that's fine. So a lot of people message us and they want to know how to get into caravan warding or wardening. All I can say is do your research. If you've got lots of experience, I chat. Mark is more technical, so it works really well for us.
She certainly can chat, as you can see.
So it works for us, but I mean, we've had lots of life experiences, haven't we, with jobs, and because we're so old, we know quite.
We're not that old.
Well, I feel old sometimes.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so if you've just joined us, that's what we're about. We're here to give you some handy tips, help you, any questions you've got. You know, do come and subscribe and come along with the journey. Now, getting on to that, our massive adventure starts on Boxing Day, doesn't it?
Massive.
Massive. It's all one big adventure, but this is the bit of the adventure that we work all year for, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Now we've got, as we told you previously, 2 subscribers who have asked to join us. That's Pam and Perry, and Mark and Joanne, and they're coming along with us on the tour. Pam and Perry are actually coming down to Los Llanos in Denia, and they're staying at the Caravan site with us. I hope they like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. Okay, so we're going to just recap on our itinerary. We're going down to meet them on Boxing Day. We meet them at Poole Ferry because we're booked on the ferry on the 27th of December. I think it's some ridiculous time of 8 o'clock in the morning, which means you have to be up and get going about 6 o'clock in the morning.
About 6:30 you're ready to book in.
Yeah, you sleep in the check-in lanes, so you're already in the check-in lanes. Do just remember to set your alarm clock because you'll have a pile of cars behind you and they'll all be tooting you. We like to get up a bit early to obviously walk Summer and make sure she's settled and content, ready for her journey. And I tend to give her the calming tablets, don't we?
Yeah.
Whether they work or not, I don't know, but
No, we're not there to see.
She seemed fine. She was in the same position when we left her last time as she was when we got back.
Yeah.
So she seemed happy enough. So we check in, we go on the ferry, we eat something before we go. We don't buy anything on the ferry because, well, I'm just tight really. We're going to take a flask, some sandwiches. Obviously Mark can't have a drink in the bar, so we won't be going there, will we?
Not at 8:30 in the morning.
No. What do you mean you would? If I said you could go to the pub at that time, you'd be gone. You wouldn't be. I wouldn't give him any money. Then we are going to travel down, and we're just going to recap where we're going. The first day, we are intending to do quite a bit of a trek, aren't we?
Yeah, get a big chunk of it out of the way.
Get a big chunk of it out of the way, because we'll have had a rest on the ferry. We'll be chatting to Pam and Joanne and Perry and Mark.
Yeah.
Getting better. So we're going to do Cherbourg, Rennes, Nantes, Bordeaux, Bayonne, then you hit the border, Pamplona, Zaragoza and Denia. Now on the first day we're going to try and get on the A83 down to West Vendée services. It's about 6 hours from Cherbourg. We land about 1:45.
Yeah.
So the time we've weed all the dogs, because I believe they've got a couple of chihuahuas coming.
Chihuahua.
And we'll be getting off just after 2.
Yeah.
We're going to try and make a long trek down there. If anyone wants to stop, because we will be stopping obviously for tea stops and whatnot, toilet breaks. Going to be going down on the A63 just after Bordeaux. I've noticed some really nice airs. We'll be stopping there. It's about 4.5 hour trek that day, so not as long as the previous day, but I would imagine we'll all be pretty tired by
Yeah.
then. So a shorter day then. The next day, so we're looking on the 29th of December, we'll be going down to Alagon, which is just before Zaragoza. It's very, very pretty there, isn't it? It's almost like a little Switzerland. It's very pretty, but the scenery does change dramatically as you head on down to Zaragoza, because you go into all the deserts, don't you? And
Yeah.
It's really pretty. And I think when we hit the border last year, it was 21 degrees.
25.
No, 21 when we hit the border,
right.
25 when we got down to Benicassim. Now last year, if you've watched us all the way through, we went to Benicassim last year, didn't we?
We did.
But we're not going there this year because we've done that. We're going straight on down to Denia. So that the third day will be a 4.5 hour trek down to Denia. So we arrived before the shop shut, because last year we got to Benicassim and all the shops were shut. It was New Year's Eve and we had no food. We had to beg for a pizza at some restaurant in the town, which
He was
we had
having
to
a
walk
private
past.
party that night.
And they did us a pizza.
Bless
So
'em.
learn from us. If you are, do check when the shop's open, because they're not the same as the UK, are they?
No, Lidl's even closed on a Sunday, normally.
Yeah, there are some that stay open though.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that on the 30th, which is a Saturday, we can pop over to Lidl's and
think-
get our vodka.
Yeah, I think.
So, as I've just reminded you, I bought this from Highbridge Caravans in Somerset, and it's a trip log. If you can get one, it's fab. If you're going to be doing this as regular as we hope to, hopefully we'll be doing after Brexit. We don't know what's going to happen there. And it's got all your trip logs here, so I don't know if you can see that. You can log all of your times. I've logged everything: petrol miles, how much it cost, where we filled up, and it's really useful for this year for planning. We did over 1,000 miles going down, I've got your petrol costs as well, so we can do comparisons this year on how much it costs.
My car's a diesel, mine, but she calls it petrol.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
A recap on your tolls. I've got some. I know I've done all this before, but if you instead of looking back, French tolls from Cherbourg to the border. Car Caravan, you're class 2. Well, we're class 2, aren't we? Because we're so big. 71 and 90 euros. Is that right? 71 euros and 90 cents. That's what we have.
Depends if it's gone up, but
This is based on January this year. The border down to Denia was only 38 euros and 97 cents. So everything you will find is cheaper in Spain, including the fuel, which is just unbelievable. At the border there's a petrol station and it was €1.09, and then you literally go over the border and there's another petrol station, it was €1.50. So get all your fuel in Spain and try and get down France without filling up. I mean, it's impossible, but if you can. So basically you're allowing 110 euros and 87 cents down from Cherbourg to Denia based on the prices of in January this year. So basically £100 each way, isn't it? We stick to the motorways purely because they're so easy. We don't have to get off them to find somewhere to stay, and the end roads are good, but because
you end up through villages and towns, so you do get a bit of stop-start traffic. And if the motorways are constant.
Yeah, and if you've got a big unit like we have, and we're not massively experienced, stick to the motorways. It's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Motorhomes, I don't know, might be easier. You haven't got that, whatever it's called, in the middle between the turn, but there are some tricky bits on the end roads, and wouldn't really like to have the stress of it, would you? And they're so easy, motorways. Woof, there's hardly any traffic on them, is there?
That's because we've got to pay for them.
Yes, that's probably why. Now, we have managed to find a campsite in Mahaka, so we will be moving on the 29th of January from Denia. We are staying at Camping La Canada. It's €10 a night. It would have been 13 with electric, but
I've bought a solar panel kit. The site at Canada, or what? They only run 4 amp electricity, which is just as good to run my battery charger. Couldn't run much anything else with that, so we decided to buy a solar panel kit. Now, looking around on eBay, they retail for around about £145. You have to add a couple of extras normally. This is for a 100-watt one. I've managed to buy all the bits separately on eBay from different suppliers, and it came to around about £116. I've yet to fit it. I was hoping to fit it this weekend, but because of the wind and the rain, it'll probably fly off by the time it sticks. So I'm just waiting for the weather to settle down a bit. I need to wash the caravan roof because it's absolutely filthy from all the storms we've had, and hopefully it's going to work out pretty good for being Camping Canada with no electric.
So basically what we're saying is, for the cost of the solar panel has virtually paid for itself, because it would have cost us £105 extra for the electric. So we've bought the solar panel out of that, and then we can use it forevermore, or as however long it lasts. How long
what I also need to get hold of is a Spanish gas bottle, because my gas bottle's not going to last, because we need to run the fridge on gas, and obviously the hot water when we need it, and hopefully not too much heating, because it's going to be nice and warm.
It was alright last year. February was a bit chilly, wasn't it? In terms of the food, for Pam, who has been asking, we take enough food to see us through down on our journey, because obviously there's no supermarkets on the motorways. We take a cool box which runs on 12 volts, which we put in the car. We go to B&M or any cheapo shop. We stock up with gravy granules, packet mixes, whatever else we can find.
Chinese curry.
Chinese curry.
Highly recommended.
As you can see, we're really good cooks. And so we stock up, we try and get food stuff that we can use all the way down. Milk as well, because the heirs, you can buy things, but they're so expensive.
Comes at a price.
Comes at a price, so we don't, and I'm tight, so we don't spend much money, do we? We're taking a camper shower, so we haven't got to use all our gas to heat the water. And I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. They're like the old-fashioned garden weed killer things, but they're actually showers. Is it hose lock?
It's a hose lock one, and it's like a pressurised
so
pump.
one kettle full of water, of hot water that is, boil it on our camping gas stove, which is the little gas can. It is butane.
Yeah.
Yeah. we heat one of those and it's saving us, hopefully, by using the gases because we don't want to waste that gas. Hopefully it won't be too cold. We've got hot water bottles, and we're going to use that shower in our shower, so it's not heating up the whole tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we use it at the cottage because we have no gas in the gas tank, so we have to. And it's absolutely fine, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
have a good shower. I can wash my hair. It's got a proper shower hose on it. So we will be doing that. Basically, Pam, take what you need for 3 days travelling down. And that's about it, really. We've also got microfiber towels, and they are amazing because you don't want wet, soggy towels hanging around in a caravan which you can't dry. So we've bought these, and they're brilliant, aren't they?
And they're nice and light.
Really light. They're dry in seconds. So when you're travelling, hang them up in the shower. They'll be dry by the time you need another shower. I also use them for dishcloths and tea towels as well. Again, they're dry in seconds, unlike thick towels which just end up stinking. I think that's about it. We are going to do a vlog on Mark fitting the solar panel.
When the weather breaks, the sun's out now, but the wind's still about.
Is it?
There's a little bit of wind.
So we'll do a vlog on that, and we'll also put the links up for where you can get all the bits and pieces, won't we?
We will.
So that's about it, really.
That's it for today.
We were only going to do a short one.
I know, and it ended up as a long one.
Okay, so if we had a drink, we'd be saying cheers. We'll see you again. Probably the last vlog will be the solar panel one, and then we will be vlogging every single day and uploading on the way if we're not too tired. So you can come along, sit in your armchair with your mince pie and join us down on the way to Spain. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, bye.